Right, so basically I want to show you, man, 8206's Retarder, fam, because I've seen this bus here. You've seen it in my video, right? There was a retarder, I heard it, but it just leaves me to wonder, why are voice retarders by default loud, but then all the gearboxes that use retarders, they're quiet, you can't even hear them, unless there's like a leak somewhere. Because you know, half of these loud noises you hear on buses, yeah, after a certain amount of time, it's due to like, it's literally just due down to breakages, like stuff are like popping about, like there's leaks coming, like there's leaks being like hit, like there's parts that are being punctured, and it's creating these loud noises as the buses get older. There's basically parts that are essentially being hit occasionally, and then the stuff starts to, the issues start to build up. But yeah, I heard the retarder on this one, bro, but inside, it's one of them ones where inside you can barely hear it, but when you're outside, you can hear it. You can hear it more. It's one of them ones, fam. It should be coming now. I think I can sense the bus. No, it's a double-decker MMC on the 261. (36609). Right, so that E400 MMCs went right into the diversion, so the bus is gonna have to reverse. I don't know why this man didn't know about it. See, 336 don't usually come down it to like turn right, but because of the diversion, it is. Yeah, the E400 MMC is just stuck there right now. See what I mean? There's a diversion going on down there, but the guy hasn't been alerted somehow. Maybe there's an issue with the iBus radio, because he should have known about that. See, the 314 don't usually come this way, but it's coming that way today. So what's this guy gonna do now? Is he gonna stay there stranded? And the passengers are probably gonna be freaking out and giving the driver a poor hard time, innit? Like, you shouldn't have went this way. You're such a dumb driver. Because you know they do that shit sometimes, man. I personally couldn't be a bus driver. Sometimes. Actually, nah. Wait. Nah, I could be a bus driver. What the fuck am I talking about? Everything has stress at times. But you gotta push through it, bro. Because you'll find endless amount of stuff that have stresses in life. And if you just avoid them just like that because they have stress, you're gonna go nowhere. One or 190. Nice gear winding on this one. But then it kind of gets quieter as the bus revs up a bit. But on idle RPM you can hear the gear whining a bit more. Interesting. Alright, here we go, you'll hear it. Oh, it's so faint, man. It's so faint. You can just barely hear it. Alright, you know what I'm gonna have to try do? You know what I'm gonna have to try do? I'm gonna have to try go to the bus, yeah, go to the back seats here and try record from the ground, see if it's any louder from there. That's what I'm gonna have to try do. Because it's just one of them ones where it's just too quiet at the moment. And then like some buses, yeah, when they get like punctures or anything like that, when they get problems, yeah, they get super loud instantly. But then some buses, they just stay quiet. WS129. WS128, man. Look at how short that advert banner is, fam. Look how short that is. Jesus Christ. It's because of spare parts, innit? Got to use whatever parts they can find. Sometimes they just don't give a fuck. They'll just use whatever part is there available. Like ADL, PSV, or that other company. I like the tune of that one, steering pump. Basically, you didn't know, right? One sec, I'll tell you. That one sounds beefy, you know. Basically, right, if you didn't know, yeah, the engine moan I've been calling all this time, it's actually the hydraulic steering pump you hear on these buses. DW431 setting off. Yeah, basically the steering pump is actually that engine moan you've been hearing all this time. Basically, it's attached to the engine somewhere and a drive belt drives it. A belt drives it, yeah, with the engine. And basically that, it just like, it helps with the steering, makes the steering a bit easier to turn and shit. It's a useful way of using parts, you know, like that. It's a useful way of using the engine's power to get the vehicle to turn more. and it uses the engine's oil as well. But yeah, it's basically the steering pump you're hearing making that moaning noise, and the pitch of it. Who's this pulling through? But yeah, basically, because it's attached to it's connected to the engine with a belt, so that's why it follows the engine in pitch. That's why it follows the exhaust in pitch. Because I was wondering, how comes I'm hearing like this engine moan and this low pitch bass in the background? Are you sure? Are you sure this is all the exhaust? And how comes it sounds so high pitched when it's not even like revving that high? But yeah, man. So the moan you think that it's the engine making. Well, technically it's the engine because it's connected to it. But yeah, that's the steering pump making that moany noise. But then on the other hand, there's some buses that use electric steering pumps, which you hear from the front. And street lights, for example, like the Daimler ones, they use electric steering pumps. 36570. And you'll find electrics with UNX 7 parts on that one replaced in it. But yeah, man, so as I was saying, this one's fuel sticker has like warning signs on it. Obviously I'm not going to get too close because I don't want to alarm the driver. But yeah, so the electric pump, like, so the whine you hear on like the hybrid and Bravo 400s, for example, that whine at the front, that's the electric steering wheel pump. So it's not controlled by the engine in pitch or anything like that. But the hydraulic one, that one's pitch is controlled by the engine. So that's why you hear it moaning up and down like that. The bus is here. Take.
Three, 6, 7, 2, West Croydon.
Nah, you know when you look at people, yeah, and you can tell who's a bus enthusiast or not. You can just tell.
centre. Seven to West Corridor. Bromley High Street.